I'm Nicholas Welke, and this is a proof of concept for the game that I created, The Maze. The original version of the game that I created was for Marist College's Game Design Expo, which took place in May. And once I finished, I created the video that I have online, and I wrote down things that I wanted to do for the actual game. And so I created this with new mazes. I used textures that were given by the Unreal Development Kit. And I did get some of the goals that I wanted to get completed, and others I didn't. For example, I recorded audio for the game. I have a character that's speaking throughout the entire game to the player, but when recording for this video, it didn't record the audio, so unfortunately that's not heard. I wasn't able to get the multiple endings like I wanted to. I realized that was really aiming too high for the beginning, for one person to do 32 different endings. And I know the concept of how to do it. It was more the fact that I couldn't get the execution right, and I didn't want to waste more time doing the execution for it. So another thing that I wasn't able to do was get the timer to be perfect. I was able to get it like it shows, but it took a lot of time to figure that out. And then once I got it to 0, I was stuck with removing it. So I need to look more into how to work with the heads-up display. Overall, I'm really happy with it. I think it turned out really well. I think it was a success in terms of the project that I wanted to do. It took a little while to get done, but I'm really happy with it. It took 3 days to draw all the mazes that are involved, and 2 days to fully build them in the Unreal Development Kit. Then from there, I decided to piece by piece stream the levels. I decided to see how long it would take to do that, to stream multiple levels. I had more designed, but I figured the levels that I made were enough. And so at the end of each level, what it does is it streams to the next one. So there's no distinction between levels for the player. It just looks like one massive maze, but there are segments that you can tell where the trigger activates to go and load the next maze by a short drop in the frame rate. But I've had people play with it. They thought it was pretty entertaining, and so I decided to just record the video. And I have more mazes that I could create for it, and I might create them. And I had other ideas for it. Like, there is currently in the maze one teleporter, as I called it. What it does is, if the player happens to go down there, they teleport earlier in the maze, so it kind of would backtrack them and they might lose position where they are. And I was playing with that, and so there's the possibility of adding more teleporters to it. I can add teleporters that can take you to different mazes completely and really get the player confused. So I was playing around with that, and I definitely think there are other things that I can still do with it, but I think for a project like this, and for a proof of concept, it turned out really well. So this is the video, and I hope you enjoy.